Hello, it's Karmatos, and welcome to another Thememe deck. Yeah, we're back to doing Thememe decks. We did some surveys, we've done some event runs, and some terrible players, but we're finally going to get back to the brass tacks. There was some folks saying, I want to see a ward meme. So, Existential Warding. And, wow, this is amazing. I don't even think this is a meme deck. I think this is actually just how you're supposed to build Bulveye Greybeard, as it turns out, because we're going to see an opening 6-win spree and a very good loss, like a great showcase for White Scars. So stick around for that finale. And otherwise, we're going to go over what makes Existential Warding. The axiom of build was use every single card that mentions the word warding, with the exception of Nebula, I think. I just didn't like it, given that if 19 of the cards of the deck already say warding, I don't really need to give them warding again. And just warding, I want at least something else like additional attack or healing, something. So let's go ahead and break down this deck build quickly and move on to those matches. So I chose Bulveye over Othere because Bulveye gets ward on Battle Honor, and since most of the troops in this deck have ward, I don't need to give it to them. It's redundant. It's much better, on the other hand, to give warded troops +1/+1. So we're gonna see lots of ward. We're gonna see lots of low-cost stealth, and we're also gonna see a little bit of fast and some otherwise legendary staples. So let's go through it. Canis Helix, fantastic card. As it turns out, I've never actually used this card before, but it's super amazing with the Jortan Stalker Squad, which is the 3/4 Bloodthirst Ward, which is the best 3-cost troop in the game, in my opinion. So I really love Space Wolves. You're going to hear me say best in the game a lot, because Space Wolves they're my favorite. That and Iron Warriors. Alpha Row, low cost, stealth. You can drop it turn 1, buff it turn 2, hit for 4, or you can like drop and buff it, and then the next turn buff it and attack, and it'll have 1 health left over. Same idea with Rotao. It's also a little bit of anti-stealth, so that's cool, and otherwise you're almost always going to get to peck with it as a 3/3, and then they have to deal with it. Scouts are another nice low-costing stealth option, with the benefit of having that 3 toughness, so it stays alive from artillery strikes, and other weird 2 damage adjacent effects, and just a little harder to kill. We've already talked about Jordan. It's amazing. Goldstone Hunters is fantastic with Bulveye, and you can drop it, give it +1/+1, swing for 4, survives with 1 health. You continue to have fun. Equitrez, naturally, it's a low-cost stealth, and the especially nice combo here is that you can drop it, buff it, and then it's really hard to kill because it's at 4. Then you heal and buff, heal and buff, heal and buff, and you can offset any damage your Warlord's taking from doing Battle Honor, while simultaneously having Equitrez build up as a finale finisher, like boom, 6 damage, 8 damage, depending on how many turns he's been left unattended. Baelai is the best 4-cost troop in the game. You're gonna hear me. It's ward, pack, heal 2, and game +1. It's ridiculous. Most of the time, they will kill this with a flank or a fast as soon as it's dropped, and a board wipe and a Warlord face bash, and they should, and they have to. The turn you play it, you're pretty much guaranteed to get at least 4 damage out of it onto the enemy Warlord, because they're probably going to have to use their Warlord to kill it. This is a great one here. I like Ragvard Ray Slayers. It's a nice 3/4, it's got the ward, and the pack of the plus bonus attack is pretty good. You know, it's nice. Fenris, yeah. Also a card. Never used it before, never thought to. It's actually amazing, especially with Jordan Stalker Squad. So you can find yourself in a scenario where you drop the squad, then you give it +1/+1, and you hit with it twice, leaving it at 1 health. The opponent ignores it, thinking that you can't do a second double combo with it, and they prioritize elsewhere, and then suddenly, bam, you heal it too, and you're able to tap out again for another 8-10 damage. And at that point, you've really won the game with that surprise heal. And otherwise, just, yeah, your whole board state gives ward even to your Warlord. Bonus. Jurgen, absolutely mandatory, especially for those high aggro decks. Just frontline ward. It's one of the best troops. It's not as often seen a ward troop, but still a great value one. It's no Jurgen, but it is more offensive, and the 4 toughness makes it pretty hard to take out with AoE. And if you can +1/+1 at the same turn, it's not even going to get defense satellited. So, Pyramid of Meme. I was debating putting this in, and I'm so glad I did. The first game we're going to see, I'm going to win hard because of this meme amid. Oh, God. And, yeah, otherwise, what usually happens is that the opponent ignores it, and it just escalates. It becomes a 3-9, it becomes a 4-10, it becomes a 5-11, and then when they realize that the game is lasting too long, it's almost impossible to take out because of just how buff it's gotten, and they're going to have to wipe their whole board on it. So the wise players will take it out ASAP, and the fact that you spend 5 to essentially gain 8 health worth of soak and deal 2 to it's worth its own weight. Domar Gunnarsson, yeah, it's the best 6 energy troop in the game. It's 6 for 6/7, self ward, adjacent ward, pay 1 to heal 3. It's obnoxious. Spear just seemed like a great idea in general. You can use it with Bulveye to help with the battle honor warding, or you can use it defensively while you buff your troops to the sides, so that way when they try to aggro face rush you, that they're only going to be able to do it every other turn. So always use the spear if you can. Ragnarok, I just like running it in all Space Wolf decks. It's a great way to really change the tide, where you can pop that shielded, big fatty thing while simultaneously stunning their warlord and possibly something else. And yeah, it's just one of the best value destroy target. Yeah, Eldthasur Skrin. One of the best ward troops. You drop it, you attack with your warlord, especially after giving yourself the stun bonus or something. Boom, it's a 7/8 ward. Or you drop it, and you give +1/+1 adjacent bonus. It's a 6/9. Take your pick. And of course, the wolves. These flankers are just super powerful, especially nice because they go on both sides of Bulveye. So if you're at 10 energy, you can drop this, bonus them both, and then start attacking with guys that have 6 health instead of 5. Well, let's take a look what happened. So I lost to Khan after an opening spree of 6. So, Bulveye, that's just unrelated. Let's enjoy. And I was actually pretty worried about this one at the start because the enemy warlord is deal 2 damage to a random target, so ward means nothing. It's like I'm like, oh great, it's a hard counter. But Space Wolves are good. And I'm pretty surprised. I have, 3 different 2 health stealth units in this deck? Didn't draw any of them. But to be fair, I'm not getting rid of Bulveye, and I'm not getting rid of Delmar, so... And Hunter's a great opener, so... We're gonna just mix out that 3/3 with the Hunter, because I don't want to take 6 damage, and I'll take the free ward. Not that he's gonna drop 4 damage on me or something, but he might. He's gonna drop 2 damage on me, though. Because can't stop it. It's random. Let's get a Balei. And face back for 2. He'll drop some kind of 3 or 4 damage faster flank, and then hit me with the Warlord face. Ah! It's a great troop. Sneak attack, 4/2 for 4? That's essentially 4 for 4 damage to a troop that sticks around as a 4/2. That's great. I actually opened with the Pyramid of Meme, because I feel like it's very safe from the random 2 damage sourcing, unlike maybe some of these other options. Maybe I can bait some flanks into it better, or fasts into it. Oh. It's the wrong choice, and he just doesn't know it yet. That's okay. Ooh, look at that pull. I was gonna go spear, but now, yeah, let's just heal the meme, Pyramid of Meme back up. What's better than stealth warded troops? Excellent play by Alpha, or Afal here. It's either Alpha 13 or Afal 3. I'm gonna guess Alpha 13. But he was able to get his whole board off that was partially damaged and reduce their costs. So that way he'd have some fasts coming up here. And I had some choices here. I stuck this fellow on the far left. But in hindsight, I could have buffed it to a 5/6 and killed this when it suicided into it. But instead, I just didn't. And I guess I didn't want to take the damage, and I also knew that he would have to throw the 3/3 into it anyway. Oh, here's that combo we're talking about. Boom! Now it can hit twice again. And a little icing on the cake. Remember that 3-1 you left alone? Yeah, that's actually a 6-1 now. For the con! And we see 15 damage here, but not 19. And he can't do anything because I'm warded, even if he had a little extra option. And he bows. But not after doing it to himself. You could have got me to 2.
Embrace death like a brother, and allow in its place.
Yep. That turn of stealth probably was the ticket. Alrighty. Here's a Ralduin. Let's beat up some more new factions. Yeah, the meme was great last time, but I'm hoping for more low curve.
It is by our sacrifice that humanity is strengthened.
Yep. Yep. I knew with absolute certainty that's what he pulled with his fetch any tactic from 3 because of the stealth on the board, which is why I didn't play Equitrez yet. I was gonna wait for that, even though it would have been a better energy curve wise. Just gonna keep that safe. Cool. I'm gonna just leave this guy here to intimidate any kind of dropping of the... what do they call it? Drop pod. I love how I say dropping any of them, and then I'm like, what do they drop? What is it? Pod. Drop pod. So yeah, we get that to a nice point where it's safe from a lot of board AoE-ish, and buff that, and the next turn here, we'll be able to buff again, get this up to a 5/3, unless he does the smart thing and face bashes it. How much damage did that troop get out? A lot? I think it was a lot. Yeah, I'm just playing a little slow on that. I don't want him to be able to 1 damage adjacent bonus, so that's why I waited there for something like that. So now, I can guarantee that he's protected, and I'm protected. Take that guy out. He can't do anything to that. Get off as much face poke as possible to get that guy up, and then do a little heal. Almost double your health. Okay, that solves the 3-1, and it applies damage to the most important thing to kill on the board. Stealth ward. Not that the ward is at all necessary given the stealth, but... I don't know, are there any cards that say remove stealth from target? I think it's always random. Yeah, I think every stealth denial is either all stealth or random stealth. You don't get to say remove stealth from target. At least I don't think. Oh well, let me know if I'm wrong. So, he's nice and low, I'm nice and high. We're just gonna get off the stun, minimize the chance that he can kill this with some kind of... I mean, if he did, he'd die. So do you got 4 flank fast? He doesn't. And... Yep. Good game. Void Angel buffs aren't gonna save you against the ward. Alright, let's beat up a little aggro Khan. And... You know, and I'm very surprised. This was considered the worst warlord for Space Wolves. Oh no, that was Gregor. This was up there though. Yeah, Bulveye is better than Gregor. This warlord is amazing, actually. You don't need to buff the whole board. You just need a few ward. And or stealth. I can't believe it was ever a board buff. That's just too much. This poor guy has got the worst luck. He's hit himself twice. 3. I might have won this just by luck. So it's pretty likely that he either has artillery strike or he has deal 2 damage all ruins. So getting that guy up to 3 toughness seemed the important thing. Just dropping Row Tau just means my whole board gets wiped and I'm set back to 0. So that's a no bueno. Okay, it's a 1 damage spread now. After pinging himself a bunch. Yeah, I will drop the turn 4 king. And get it nice and strong, so that way he either has to face bash into it or double defense. Here's the mistake. I would have gone for me first, and then upon not hitting him, gone for him second. But now I have literal lethal. At least by attacking this, I wouldn't necessarily have lethal. But he probably has the challenge to just attack the enemy warlord, so I shouldn't really criticize. And wha-bam. GG. Sorry about your challenge. Oh. Strap in, folks. I think this is one of my favorite games I've ever played. It's just... ooh.
We are the rock. I am the hand of destiny.
Oh my god. Alright, so let's keep track of the damage. That's 2 damage on turn 1. Drop it. That's another 2 for 4 total. Ready for the escalate? Let's give him the buff. Let's give him the buff. And do 15 for 19 total. And it's still very much on the board and warded. He has to face he bows out. If he didn't, Fenris heals it, hits for another 12. Boy, Erebus. That is, that was like the worst nightmare for you. Alright.
We are the rock.
We are Legion.
I sense trap tactic challenge? But he might also just be doing a quality trap exodus or something, so we're gonna have to find out together. Yeah, I'm willing to drop it for 3 on that turn and just get out the damage because I see the traps coming and just gotta get him down quick. Usually I try to sit back with Bulveye and get off the battle honor on troops. But if it's Erebus or if it's traps, I'm gonna start face bashing once I see what direction it's going. Mm-hmm. What do we do about that? Jurgen? Drop the ward in the middle, so that way if he does Thunderhawk, he can deal 4 damage to either side and stun him, but he can't affect all 3 targets. And it's kind of a... If he had Thunderhawk, it would be great for me. If he hits my Warlord, cool. My sneak attack still goes off. This guy is still frontline. Perfect. What's the inverse? He hits this guy, so he uses a 5 cost on a 2 cost troop. The frontline stays, and I don't take damage. It's a win-win. Which is definitely a reason why he didn't do it if he had it. And let's go ahead and buff that up, and let's get him strong. Yeah, take the trade while you can. I guess I could have hit him. So at this point now I'm just praying for no board stuns and no mass draw into delete units combos. I'm okay if I take damage, and I'm okay if I just draw cards. But the other two could go really bad for me. So far, so good. Alright, he didn't want to take, what was that, 11, 13 with a 2 buff, 15 damage. Fair. Alright. Here's a theory here. If he plays defense satellites, I want as many troops as possible over 5, and that's the way to make that happen. He's already at 5, so getting him to 5 keeps him safe from defense satellites. Him at 4, it's a small chance, but you do what you can. Oh my god. Oh, thank god it was the 5 damage one. This is what was going through my head. I just saw a green trap and I'm like, oh god, it's a board stun. No, it was the 5 damage. Cool. Damage me all you like. And seeing the chance of... Ooh. Yeah, let's stun him so he can't do any chicanery there. Alternatively, I could have Fenrist, and it would have healed everything too. I thought the Destroy Sun was better since I only needed 4 damage. And, funny in that when I was playing live, it looked like he had surrendered before I drew, but clearly by replay, he had seen that I did not draw a trap and then quit, and then based on the syncing, my game was like just catching up. Ooh, let's watch an Angron murder. Everybody loves beating up Angron.
We are the rock.
It's that warlord you love to hate. Oh, look at this hand. Scouts, Hunter, Pale Eye, Jurgen. Which really means use warlord power, keep him on the side, or start poking actually. The goal there would be to try to draw some ire away from my own health, and if he doesn't deal with it, fork him. So now he has to drop a whole 4 damage fast, or he has to take 2 damage to his face, and drop something else on it. Like that. So. One of the few times I'm willing to face bash Angron. Look at these brothers. It's the Bulveye and the Pale Eye. Together, they make 2 eyes. Yeah. So we go with the offensive choice first. I know that he can buff his attack by 1 like that. I'm like, okay, he's gonna kill the 5/4. Huge mistake, Angron. Huge. Angron. Angry man. Because now I'm gonna buff it, you're gonna take 6 damage instead of 5, and it's still alive. Are you regretting that decision, I hope? I know you don't want to just have to face bash troops all day. Alright, you're not gonna make the same mistake twice. Thank God. He knows that that's a take 4 now or take 10 later. Boom. See, I waited for this to be at 6, so now he can't hit me. And it's still before 8. So, or in this case, I force 6 damage into the front line. Which I don't take. And 6 would have put me at 10. I would have been sweating bullets, because I only have 5 damage available. Let's keep us nice and safe. And buff. I don't want him getting to 1 health, so leaving that at 6 means that he face bashes into it, evolves his Pokemon, and activates Acts of Terror or something and hits me for 15. I don't want it. And you can see he still gets me pretty darn low. That 6 damage would have been lethal. Gets me all the way down to 3. Even though I have Ward, and then bows out because I can face bash. Alright. Well, that's 6 delightful existential wardings. Now, let's see who breaks that ward. The answer is Sneak Attack. And a full mulligan hand with a pair of Goldstone Hunters instead of any kind of build-up, but
Hungry for more battle.
and an opening hand with a 6/8/8, but sometimes it's a bad matchup and sometimes it's a bad hand. Hey, I'll take it. But here's the catch. I think Khan is actually, after watching matches like this, super amazing. Every single troop this man plays, I'm pretty sure, has fast, or flank, or it's a damage tactic, or it's a permanent warlord buff tactic. It's just obnoxious. Pyramid of Meme fits the curve. Will it live? I don't think it will. Oh, it'll live 1 turn, maybe 2. Thing here. Alright. Yeah, give me the ward. It doesn't need ward, so I'm dropping it on the opposite side. I don't recall any big adjacency effects other than fast flank. Or fast cleave, I mean. Yep. See, ward does you no good when the enemy warlord is a 4 strength sneak attack. What a ridiculous combo. Not the most helpful. There's 2 available. I buff it up just to the 5, so that way he can't take it out. Throw the stealth in between the 2 in case of adjacency cards that I don't know of. And it turns out he just bounces everything to my hand anyway. Or deck, excuse me. Oh, alright. What do we do? What can we do? Hey, that's free. Let's drop you. Drop our Scrin. And face it for 2. So what are the odds that he can flank or fast 4 here and sneak attack it? There you go. So, 8, not enough. Hey, it's free. Yeah, let's try to catch up. I think we're actually gonna, yeah, we're gonna rock Fenris. Because nothing on the board has ward. And everything can be healed too, everything can be given ward. Feels good, man. Feels good. Of course, he's gonna drop a 3-4 fast, and something, he's gonna kill that one, and he's gonna... There it is, 3-4 fast. I'm giving him a run for his money, but once that Reckoning pops off... Alright. 8 wasn't enough. Let's try 9. Can you do 9 damage from scratch without taking any damage to your face? Well, that's 4. You do 1? Oh, yeah, you can Reckoning, get up to 5, and have the built-in sneak attack.
Of honor.
People complaining about Daemons when we got this 5 sneak attack, possibly battle honor, warlord. And at this point, I'm just gonna try to cling on for dear life. Gonna try to save the wolves to kill some troops. Generally speaking, though, he's not gonna give me any to kill. What do we do? Yeah, we're popping the Fenris. Okay, so he can't kill this outright. Unless, of course, he does that. And then he can kill that any way he likes. Insert flank fast 2. There it is. And now he has wolves. Alright, what can we do? We can drop 2. Here's the shame. I know he has wolves, so at least I can buff this up. So that way he has to suicide 1 wolf into it. Or he can do that. He doesn't even need to wolf. Because if I dropped both, he would have wolfed. Okay, I can do something with that. But I have to hit him. He has sneak attack, so there's no tank denying on this. And I'm like, I'm dead this turn. Amazingly, I'm not actually dead this turn. Yes, I'm sorry. The 6 sneak attack warlord. And now I can't even neutralize my stunning and healing, so... I know he has wolves. I'm just trying to get him to play it so I can Ragnarok 1 and stun him without having to face bash, and then maybe heal and kill the other. There's the wolves. Do I surrender by this point? Do I actually find a way to live? I can live 1 more turn. I can stun 1, and I can ram Equitress into the other. The alternative is I guess I could have healed myself and then bashed into it, which would have been the better play. I'd be at 1, but... More flank. More flank. And, sadly these did not come in handy. Wouldn't have mattered.
Pride will be punished.
Man, I'm nothing but hubris. But, still, delightfully fun. Loved this deck. Loved warding. very satisfying. So yeah, if you like this, like it. If you want to see more the memes like it, subscribe, share it with your friends, drop some comments, let me know how you like the new Comatose experience, and yeah, we'll get out some more content here real soon. I don't have any reveals for neutrals, sorry. Just, I don't think anybody has. So, I'm still Comatose. Comatose loves you. And